Hata unaona. So at that kind of an extent, I will just talk about I think they're just fearing because it's now a little bit messy. I don't know if they can just pass here because to the tipper work. Guys, we are live back to the street. I want to pass my motorbike here and it has cornered a little bit going to pass. I don't know how this kind of the way. Guys, I'm gonna be formulating here my way so as I can just get in, so as I can just start adventuring and understanding what's really popping out at this kind of the street. One-on-one live. Today you're gonna be coming and understanding how every property is there. But I've not seen it deliver in the work. He's in town there, and I've seen so many people in work here, including this kind of the boy called Ngurai. Ngurai is called Hello Baby. I think Hello Baby is amongst them. The people are just practicing the road formulation. Why are you not making the road going on?
Yeah. There's some people who has come to make
There are people who are working?
Yes.
And what about you?
Me?
Eh?
I'm sick.
They are helping you or it's not helping you?
They're helping.
Eh, so you can go on and help them too. Or you fear?
I'm not feeling.
What about I come and help you to do it? I like development. What about you?
Me? Me too.
You like development? I'm going to be making it happen here. So guys, the little fact I want to be making some stones here so they can just have a pathway. I don't want to park and cause some of cosmorons to the road here. I'm talking about, oh, Gintu is a little bit here blocking the road here. No, I don't have that kind of a character right now. Everything has to go forward. Eh? Eh?
Itapanda.
Yeah, I am arranging stones here because Pasi anapita kwenda kwake aje. How is Pasi passing to her home? I don't know. Or they are making the road coming, eh? Oh, from top to the bottom. Very fantastic. So guys, we are arranging some small hardcores here to facilitate me get in very easily. So that's the way forward. That is the condition of the road. The good thing is if the villagers are feeling it very fantastic like you, very much fine. Eh? This is the introduction. Still diving onto it to understand. Keep it tuned. Hello, internet again. Back again. Most of the people are wondering, how is it gonna be handled at this stage and how it is? You have seen Gintu working onto the road already. And you might be asking yourself, why is Gintu perpendicularly working at the road? There's a different and a good change that I've seen prior to the previous days how they did it. I congratulate mostly the development. I know much of the people will ever take it as a granted and say that, oh, you understand Gintu has joined ABCD. That's not the way of talking about how development is. This is a door of somebody. It's not messed up. And a little bit here also, it's not messed up. And the idea about grading the road, I know much of the people are speaking about it right now. It has become a biggest topic at this kind of an essence of talking about how is it and what is really meant. But much of the people have not got insight to understand why is the road to be graded here. Much of the people don't have that an idea. Marwa's vehicle is landing today. A vehicle which is just coming today, and they should do some of the things that are called a proper way of handling everything at this kind of this essence. but it's totally highly raining at this kind of an essence. And we have to understand that is how everything is. The rain has to come, but the real fact about the compactment, this is the good moment of the compactization to be handled. Talk about if you want much of the roads to be so firm, it has to be a little bit wet and compacted fully for it to stack and also be strong enough to handle or get much of talk about the effort or whatever effort will be put. Talk about maybe the pressure will just be inserted here. A little bit crazy, but they're trying to make it happen. I know there might be much of the manipulation. Talking about, oh, Gintu worked today here. I want to show them that I'm always in peace. They're just taking Gintu as a granted person. Maybe they have never seen my real character, my real mood. And that is the way of getting forward. I talk about if the road is connecting. Do you know that Gintu also uses this road to my fish farm? Some people don't understand. So when I'm participating fully to make sure that the road is getting to the to the swamp there, it's going to be helping Gintu also to transport and get an equitable source of transportation from one source to another. That's very nice at this kind of particular moment. As an extent of getting further from this kind of a way, we talk about it's a way of making it happen. It's yes, constructing a road is going to be taking a lot of time and time consuming. But understand that also there are so much people who are helping. Much of the people will just take it that, oh, it's just something that it's just done simply or in a simple way or in a simple character. No. It's something that takes a time, and also much of the people should be there. I said it one day that you can never progress if you don't have a support, and that is it. Everybody will commit unto it, and that is what is trending up to date. People have to understand it, that even this road, it has an impact. Talk about there are people who are supporting it to be there, and because of the support, because you understand the master has to buy a good car which is going to be landing today at night, and they have to make sure that the area is good. So I don't know if it's going to be landing, because right now to the far end still not complete. Not that they are not energetic enough to complete. I think it's the rainy season which is giving them a little bit of a comprehensive equation to handle such kind of a matter, because it's something called natural calamity or natural things that will be there. The climate change is a natural thing. Nobody can change about it. So at this kind of the rate, I've not had any kind of somebody from any kind of the source talking about they are just complaining about the road is messy to their own ways. And to the start of the video, I just heard one of the lady talking about have you benefited a little bit from the road? Yes, if you have benefited, much greater, that it has a more positive impact than less negative impact. That is it. Even a bank at an extent, people just take it wrong. Whenever I'm talking about that is the way forward. Sometimes let us not demonize our things that are just developing and to this kind of the corridors of our own community, so as we can just take it as a granted, because it's going to be helping people. Talk about passes children, they are here, they're going to be passing through the way. Talk about everybody's aligned, not only that they're supporters to Amaro, no, much of them, they're going to be benefiting direct, and they're going to be using the road as a source of means of transport, as one of the key value of making it happen. And that is the way forward. But to the real essence of getting to another panel, because how the work was, everybody was just welcoming. I know they might take it as a granted, talking about, oh, Gintu now has talked about this, Gintu has been working a little bit there. Sometimes you have to talk about combine your efforts. So as sometimes it will not be fair. Sometimes we're never going to be talking about, yeah, it's going to be A, B, C, D. At long last, I talk about I'm the one who is passing with my motorbikes here, and the people are just struggling to make it happen. So I had to make, because I was just passing through also to make it happen. And the only thing that I can just tell the people who are contributing to the road formation and grading the road. Still, it's in a messy still, but I think they have it's something which is a roller, which is just a little bit bulking much of the stuffs here, like an extension to Mayuguno here. It should be extended with what I can just urge Marwa is try to get some of the extension conjunctions or tributaries from the main highway and make sure that they are just also bulked a little bit of the maram. I see some jembes that were used here a little bit. They're still that kind of the point. So what they can just do is a little bit trigger themselves, extend their hand so as it can just cover a little bit, even if you don't talk about the construction of the main highways. If there's a junction or a tributary from the main road, they always extend the maramation or even the tamarcation in a way that it's going to be holding like 20 meters from the main road. So you should consider that one, and also to make sure that it doesn't break proper channels of how they have just understood themselves. I know, like right now here, it brought a little bit of chaos. Talk about Atigitri, but they broke the fence down. He allowed it, and I've seen so much people talking about. You know, guys, sometimes I have to come to the grassroots so as I can discover much of the things. What are they? Much of the people are talking about there is much of the collision between Marwa, between Gitiriba and whatever. When I was here, I saw the unity that was there. It's not what much of the people are pumping it from outside. And I never liked about how I was just checking much of the videos coming. People are talking about this kind of the people have been departing. I know it's just propaganda. I understand it's the propaganda of ABCD. But I've seen they're still together. So whoever is talking about they're just whatever and whatever ABCD, today I saw them twerking together at the road here. And as they're going to be celebrating tomorrow, you will see the breaking news tomorrow about how things gonna be coming to this kind of an area, talking about a new Mercedes Benz car which gonna be coming. I don't know which kind of the model, but it's a Mercedes Benz. I don't know much of the details about it, but it's gonna be coming because it's gonna be arriving here tonight, because it's getting to an extent. So to a privileged way of talking this kind of the things is also we have to understand that is it really to perpetuate to other people's property? Because when I see people's property, a little bit they are maintained in a way that there's not much of the chaos I've just checked here, and they have maintained the law. And to that one, I think they have now formulated themselves into the law. They have understood that when you temper this kind of the rate, they have to understand that everything will follow its own course, if it's a lawsuit and whatever. And that is the main way of getting forward. And I know much of the people are waiting for Gindu to talk about, yeah, here they never did it good. Oh, they were. So the only thing I will urge them is, because I know much of the maram is coming from the support. Talk about so many supporters that are supporting this kind of the road to go on, and talk about they're contributing to much of the tippers to bring and make it happen. So to that extent, I'll talk about it's a way of improving and making the horizon to change, and that is the better way of making it happen. That's the best. I could just speak at that kind of the moment. Tata. So at that kind of an extent, I will just talk about I think they're just fearing because it's now a little bit messy. I think I don't know if they can just pass here, because to the tipper work here is very, very crazy. So you're gonna bring some shenanigans of slithering at this kind of the point. Ukuwa makini sana. Ikishaingia ndani ni hivyo. Hii ni ndedri. Uko chonjo?
Lakini kirule sana chonjo.
Sijui kama ziko huko.
Hujatokea kwa Marwa?
Nimetoka. Uko chini utapita. Uko chini kabisa? Ya. Hakujaweka maramu. Labda upigie kwa Mayuguno.
Sasa pale huwezi pita.
Kama ni hivyo, rudi reverse. Kwa sababu uko chini kabisa after Mayuguno. Wameweka lakini haijakanyagwa. Chini kidogo, hata hawajaweka kitu. So hiyo sasa kama mjanja hapo kidogo. Yeah. So guys, a little bit information of them so that they cannot go and mess the track down there because like right now it's just a little bit messy. So this is what I was just talking about here. So they could just a little bit extend the hand so they can just get to other areas like this area here. So as it can be very well. It could be a little bit better because even that's the idea is looking a little bit messy. So they could just extend the hand a little bit so as they can make it happen to that kind of an area. So everything is just nice and everything is going as nice as proper as the probability. Chacha, hi. Unakutoka shuleni? Na umechafuka. Uko poa? Kabisa? Okay. Guys, a little bit of another sad story. It's gonna be coming from the pass's position, and to an extent, I think something is messing with her, and it's gonna be coming. So as I can just speak with her a little bit and understand how does she want this kind of the things to go, because right now there's a very big mess that is going to be handled at that kind of an area. And there's a time some people are talking about Gintu should not be broadcasting things from this kind of the village here. What I can tell is they have to look for a better way of placing it, because the village doesn't belong to one person. And nobody is messing with anyone. I'm reporting what's live, what's really happening to the grassroots. As far as everything is to be covered, as far as everything is to be placed. I know there are much of the messing things have been evolved at this kind of the village. Talking about A, B, C, D. That is not a proper way of maintaining it. That is not the proper way of handling such kind of the ways. The good way of handling is to understand that is there a change? If there's no change, always we are claiming 1 point daily, and there's no change. That is now nonsense things. And what we need is a change. Is there a change, or is there anything that will bring a change? That's what we need. As far as everything is concerned, there are much of the people who are talking about also, it's going to be coming, because I'm still going about it, and I'll just report it live. All the things that were ever coming from this kind of a side, talking about A, B, C, D, everything going to be coming, and also it's going to be broadcasted live to elaborate and also continue. But to some of the extent, I have not seen anybody claiming about the land has been eaten a little bit, or a land problem, and disputes about any kind of the land to that kind of the grading of the road. And you have to understand that there's a time that Cecil, for the first time I talked about, he has done something positive when he graded the road at the first time. And I said about it was something which was very fantastic at that kind of the moment, and it helped because I just talked about I saw at Percy, I saw during that time Percy was having children, and they were taken to the schools using the school vans, and much of them they could access home easily. Uncle Mo was having a small child there. She was going to school, and she was being picked with a Nissan school van, and she was going to school. So it was benefiting both the top hand and inter hand at that kind of the point. So we have to go direct to the point. I understand when development comes, I said I'll ever save, or I'll ever say the positive to be positive, and that's why I'm always reporting from the ground, where the grassroots is, where everything is just developing from. And that is the hospitality way of handling much of the messes that are going to be coming out at this kind of the time. And also the impromptu that always is coming. Talk about if we shake some hands. So what about, we always talking about, oh, whenever somebody is seeing Gintu is just disappearing, when like you have seen an ego. So it's something that it's not standard to the classhood of talking about we are villagers and we are the same family, we are the same community. It's something which is hilarious. Somebody can laugh about, oh, you are saying that we are same village, you are same good, and at an extent, whenever it comes that Gintu has popped in, everybody disappears vigorously. Like you'll think about it, and you'll think about it, something like a chemical reaction has been put so as it can just catalyze the catalytic things. So at that kind of the point I talk about, it has not to happen that way. So if Gintu has greeted this and greeted that and greeted those and greeted everybody, it's something that we are creating harmony. Not that I'm changing my attitude that I'm going to be supporting anyone here. Nobody is to be supported, nor anyone to be done whatever. Nobody to be praised here. What we need is, are we going to understand ourselves? So as this kind of the chaos, how long will we be sitting down and talking about a fight is coming from this kind of the villages here? Talk about the same family members, the same children of the family members. They are fighting. Look at the chaos that are just ever evolving. I have heard about Robbie girl, she's here. And much more. I know much of the people will be considered that again to give us about that kind of the thing, that kind of the vibe. And it's not that it's very hard for Gintu to cover it up, but it's something that I can just do it and interrogate very much and come out with a very fantastic, because their home is here. I can just go there, broadcast it live and make it happen, because as a public way, like this kind of an area, somebody cannot come and talk about Gintu is just standing. Yes, I know it's your zone, but do you think that you have the mandate and the litigations so as we can just abscond somebody's aptitude of making it happen? It's like a live television. Right now, I have to report what's really happening at the grassroots, what's really popping out at the grassroots, because the road has been a common agent. Much of the people are talking about the river has been fired, and today I've seen them together, and we were there, and even whenever I passed with my motorbike, he came with a djembe, but late to the work, as normal, as you understand, and so many people they were there. You have seen them at the start of the video here. Much of the people they are there to understand that they are doing it as a unity. And yes, it's as a unity, but they have a small beneficial. You understand, there's a time I said that this is what lured us into a mess, whereby everybody is talking about how will I go to this kind of the gentleman to get or to make sure that I'm getting views there, or I'm making this kind of the thing when I'm just in hand. And I said it, that we will never be the same. I can never quantize my content and gauge it with how Marwa is gauging his own content. That is wrong. I'll never have a broadcasting of my own content like how Dimwangu is broadcasting it. Never on earth. Maybe you try to copy, but you'll not be the guy. I can never be. I can never be like Buddha. I can never be like Ngutu the Window. I can never be like Nasto. I can never be like Uncle Mo. And what I can just tell you is it's an attitude they have just developed. I talk about a litmatum attitude that is coming from their own super comprehensive way of talking about it's because they know it's Gintu is one-on-one. When I come one-on-one, I mean it. Gintu is one-on-one. That is it. So much of the people are fearing, and even they see me, they understand that Gintu is live already. They know that anytime you can be broadcasted. And to the real fact is we have traveled, we have seen, we have understood how everything is. I was talking about much of the people will get me wrong. That why did Gintu get out for the travel? I can see the world. I can learn, act, judge, and see. Is it a proper way? How are these people living? And how is my village living? The only problem that is in this village is one. Personhoodism. Nobody will ever tell you that I was supported in this, because they know that when you mention, somebody will talk about, I want to look for that person you have mentioned. So everybody is trying to make it as a secret as possible. Whoever, ask Rocio, she's being supported here. Even to go to London, she was supported to go to London. Live in somebody's home, London. Talk about tomorrow. Whenever they're moving from here, they're supported outside there. Even right now, they're supported to make the road. The Mwangu is being supported always here to buy much of the cement and construct the house, which is a development. A lady bringing much of development into the village. So as other people they can see. But much of the people, they think about that because this is happening at this attitude level, or why is Gintu developing so quickly? I have to go and hit him like Cherokee drum. I want to go and deal with him this way. And you have to talk A, B, C, D. You will see much of the people are going to be talking A, B, C, D. Gintu is, I said it. I trust no one. I trust myself. Because anytime anything can happen, whether you like it or not, you will find some of the quacks, demagogues, interquantos. They will be coming, interquantos. They will be coming and talking about, oh, Gintu, it's going to be handled at this way. No, was this way, it was that way. But to an extent of the survival values is us to get forward. Despite being lectured that, oh, it has to be this way, it has to be that. It's my own selection to stand about this kind of an order. Talk about even political leadership. Whenever it comes to the politicalization of leadership, you have to understand that even politics, they have a very, very big beef. But they come to settle and have one government, or be joined to be a parted government, or a sharing of the resources, sharing of the powers at that kind of the time. So everything gonna be benefiting on its own. Talk about Gintu doesn't want to talk with Marwa. That is sure. Marwa doesn't want to talk to Gintu. That is sure. But nobody, whenever I talk about they're going to be having a negotiation, can ever talk about Gintu. No, Gintu A, B, C, D. They understand. Everybody is looking for the content. And whenever the content is contentizing at this kind of the time, everybody is speaking about this is how it's going to be getting. And that is the best way of evaluating and handling much of the things at the ground level. That is the best way of handling it. And to an extent of talking about how the content is going to be coming, everybody's trying. Because there's a time, the told me that, Gintu, this is content. People like drama. I understand. And I get it. And I knew what he was talking about. It's the same thing that much of the people still, and to their family also, they are doing it. Because they understand at the large time, or at an extent time, everybody's looking for the money at the end. That is the fantastic way. Let's make it happen and pop in into it and make it happen, because everybody is looking forward. Who is not looking for the money? Much of the people talk about, oh, Gintu is going there because of A, B, C, D. Nobody is bothered about how it's going to be handled, at which rate, at which moment. But what we are looking forward is, are we going to be getting a change a little bit from this section? Are we going to be getting a small change a little bit? Talking about, I know, positivity sometimes it's becoming headache. And I'll teach much of the boys, because much of the people are growing. There are positivities that you can do, and they will demoralize you in a way that you will come out and talk about, no, I want to give up like Robbie girl. Oh, I want to do this. I want to be married. You started and somebody told you that these things is paying positive. But they never told you at the start of their points. What did they do? Nobody will ever tell you. Marwa will never ever tell you that he was lavishly living. Marwa was doing much of the interaction. Modern ladies, giving them A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3 here, Jesus, East, West, and South. They make much of the views, like dating content. And they got it. And also he started much of the charity. People supported. He was ever crying. And the people supported and talked about, where is this black person coming from? Why can't we help this kind of a person so as he can just improve himself? And the people started supporting and talking about, this is the way forward for us to go. And they supported, they made it happen. But at long last, he has never told people about that history. But he's telling people positivity is the way forward. Yes. But it's very hard for the positivity to happen if you don't understand yourself also. The positivity needs relaxation of the mind. Positivity needs a person who is, talk about a self-sufficient, a person who is motivating. It needs motivations so as you cannot lose hope. But people are never told it that way. People are told that, oh, you understand, now it's going to be, I have so many. So many messages here. So much of the people are not told an exact point of the view, the exact point of how they became to fame, exact view of how people ever became who they are. People think about, Marwa started doing the content of sleeping out in Colombia, and people gave out money. Who is this person sleeping here? Oh, as a black person here. And started getting donation. Even right now, he's making it with donations, and people are thinking about ABCD. So when he's talking about the positive, tell people the positivity you're going to be talking about at this kind of rate. I have Mr. Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm fine.
It has been a long, long way. You are good? I have recognized your presence. Everything is nice?
Yes.
Exactly. So I see your health, and I thank God that you are very good and you are energetic enough.
Yeah.
Exactly. It has rained. It is from raining right now, and much of the people and the children now are out to again continue playing, and everything gonna be continuing. Asante sana, umekuja kunisalimia. Asante sana, asante sana. So that is the best way for us to go, guys, and keep it tuned, keep it locked. Much of the things are going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one at this kind of an extent. I have one lady here who is Eva. Hey, Anne. Robbie. Hey, is she available? Guys, I was looking at this kind of the point when I was just walking. Then I realized that this point, this is a house of somebody. Look at this. This is water. Accumulation of water, and you cannot imagine that there are people who are sleeping here, and I don't know if I don't know how to handle such kind of a way. Let me get in, because how are people staying here? Because something a little bit weird, and you can even see, hey, my living God here. So guys, this is what we call, sometimes it's going to be becoming a little bit very hard for much of the people to explain. The same at the village, we're going to be having different problems, different stages of development, and problems that are going to be encountered. Niaje brother? Mambo iko chonjo? Ni maogezi. Hi. I was coming from outside here. If you can just get this kind of the lady. Everything is good?
Everything is good.
I have recognized your sense.
Yeah. How have you recognized my sense?
You are coming out very meticulous here. So are you good right now?
Yeah.
Very meticulous. So she's called Anne, and I was here a little bit here to understand something, and it's very, very deep unto me, and I don't know how to understand this kind of the program that I've seen. Is that house of somebody?
Yeah, that is the house that I started a project because the house that we are using here, sometimes it rains. So I just decided to start a project there.
So somebody sleeping there?
Sometimes.
So why did you use... Come. Guys, or it's bad for me to enter?
No, just...
Or it's going to be bad a little bit here. Oh, it's not yet. It's from outside.
Yeah,
Even from here we can just analyze it. Guys, that's the house we are just talking at this kind of the rate. Can you come a little bit and tell me about how is this movement here going? Because I don't understand. So is that house going to be fitting at that kind of the rate? Or why have you used the nylon plastics there?
I just decided to put the nylon plastics.
So it's yours?
Yeah.
So you start, so as you can just be sleeping there. So it means that it's the one that's going to be your father's house now, because it's now at the top.
Yeah, this is my father's house.
Okay.
So that
they can migrate and leave you there. So this is the house that you are staying now.
Yeah, so I just decided to put this iron sheet.
Okay.
Not
Iron sheet or a iron sheet?
How do they call?
A plastic capero. That's capero. You are laughing and it's a serious matter.
Yeah,
it's called capero.
Yeah,
it might be a laughing matter, but to the real essence of the time, guys, I never liked it because something a little bit weird to me. And so when are you going to be completing it?
Yeah,
no hopes?
No hopes, because can we go inside there? We might.
Is there a door?
Yeah, we can pass here.
Yeah, get me a little bit of a tour. Guys, I'm still in this kind of the village, and we can handle the problems a little bit here. It's not a must that we understand that I ever said that We will ever beg if it becomes to the humanity. If we're going to be catering the humanity, we can beg for it. And anyone who's going to be talking about, even much of the people, even up to date, they're ever talking about, yeah, you can support me in this one and this one, this one. So this is the mega project of AN 002. So now we are getting to the mega project. Guys, it is tied like... It is tied. Hey, so this is the house.
Yeah, this is the house. This is the sitting room.
Okay.
And this is the
Bedroom.
the
Okay.
bedroom.
So even Motena is sleeping here. You can see the Motena is
The
there.
dogs.
The dogs. Yeah. So this now the dogs garage. So hey, how many iron sheets is it needed here?
35.
35.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How many do you have?
I have 5.
5 of them.
Yeah.
So 30 to go. You are on the track. You are on the move. 30 to go. A little bit crazy. It's gonna be, but it's not a laughing matter, guys, at this kind of an extent. But to the real essence of the time, tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow
Is another day.
Introduce yourself as you're gonna be closing the chapter.
So hi guys, thank you very much first Gintu.
I want you to
am
change.
happy
Hi
to
guys,
see
it has
you here.
become too much in this village.
Huh.
Hello, internet.
Okay, hello internet.
Yeah, very much respect.
Thank you Gintu for coming and seeing us here. I'm happy also to see you. Please check me on my YouTube channel at AN 002.
AN 002.
Yeah.
Subscribe, like, share, comment.
Yeah, and if you wish to
Support.
support
You can
me,
support her
yeah,
and
you
make
can.
it happen, because it's a little bit. She's a lady also, and she'll be ever telling us much of the stories. I've never covered her story anymore, but one day I'll ever cover. I know I will be coming to that one, and you're gonna be coming. Also, guys, don't forget, Gintu is the host and the project manager of this kind of the video to come out. I'm the synthesizer and the comprehender, and making sure that video gonna be coming to you live, which is one on. I think you have just checked what is really roaming, and also would let us extend some hands. Apart from talking about, we're gonna be doing at our own personal levels, because of our personal aptitude and attitude, we can just extend even. It's a little thing to other people. They can just celebrate. That's what I've just learned from outside there. People engage in partnership. People engage in helping humanity. Humanity. That is the best. Keep it tuned. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Let's vibe. Hello, internet. Back again.